Shalom, Royal Family. The class you are about to hear is taught by the Honorable Yudhe Beit Nun Sophie Yudhe many years ago. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Visit us at www.yahweh144000.com. Also, Royal Family, you can enroll in classes designed for the Godhead at www.universityofyahweh.org. And also, Royal Family and friends, we want to share with you Yahweh's Keys to Riches. And on that YouTube channel, you can listen to Yahweh's Daily Word and keep up with the correct solar time each and every day. We'd like to see you there as well. Go to Yahweh's Keys to Riches. It's in the description below so that you can join us there as well. Remember, when you get there, just like here, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channels. All right, Royal Family, we look forward to seeing you there as well. Enjoy.
Innate. The wicked nature is innate. Innate. Inborn. Possessed at birth. I told you earlier it was inborn. I know this devil. How else could I be revealing the devil if I didn't know the devil? It is born in him. When he is born, it's already there. Wicked. So if you let your little child play with a devil's child, what will you be doing to your child? You'll be destroying your child. You'll be allowing that little devil, who by his very nature will be against your child. The devil is some kind of creation, isn't it? Here is the exact opposite of God. By his nature, he's a dedicated servant to wickedness without pay. Huh? And some of you have loved that devil too in your life. You thought the devil was all right. You did. Innate. Inborn. He is born with this nature. His wicked nature is in him at birth. Okay.
Of ideas or principles present in the mind or soul of
It's even in his soul. All of his ideas are wicked. His principal character is wicked. Okay.
of ideas or principles present in the mind or soul as originally constituted or created.
In his original creation, wickedness was in it. Ezekiel 28:15. I'm going to reveal some knowledge on this scripture since you come to it. I haven't told you about it. Since we're revealing Satan, I'm going to pop your hit cap on this one.
Thou wast perfect in thy ways from the day that thou wast created, till iniquity was found in thee.
How many want to take a crack at explaining the mystery of this? See, when you look at this, you would think that Lucifer was perfect. But if you look at this carefully, you will see he was never perfect. But he was perfect in his ways. That's how he was able to maneuver himself into the garden to talk to Eve. See, he was able to come in through the guards that we had around the garden. Because remember, Adam is a collective group. So he was able to come into our midst by practicing perfect ways. And he came to Eve in perfection. Does not Yahweh say? He was a perfect hypocrite. He was a perfect hypocrite. A perfect deceiver. And it was so perfect until he made his move against Yahweh. That's how he was able to deceive the third of heaven, the angels of heaven. It is because his ways were perfect. But he wasn't perfect. The proof that he was not perfect is his iniquity was discovered. His iniquity was found by somebody. But see, in reality, his iniquity was uncovered when he made his move against Yahweh. And he had snaked his way through a third of the angels. By that time, somebody did Leviticus 5:1. And it was after he had gotten his third that the war began. The war did not begin until after he had successfully gained his third. So now his iniquity was in the open. So there had to be a war. So you know the result of my war now. By what I did to him in the beginning. I cast him to the earth. This time I'm going to what? Chase him out. Iniquity is his wickedness. Huh? Iniquity is wickedness. So it was found in him. It was inborn. But notice, he was not of Adam. He was created. There were days when he wasn't here, when he was created. Thou was perfect in thy ways from the day thou was created. It's like taking a man as a baby and training him up in the way. And he told our elder, he said, but when I get grown, I'll break the law. In other words, when he get grown in his rebellion, you'll find his iniquity was always in him. That's his nature. Got him? We're looking at it now, boy. We go back and forth in the scriptures and look at this devil. Now, evidently, Yahweh created him for a purpose. It's Yahweh's pleasure. Revelation what? 4:11. All things were created for Yahweh's pleasure. So don't be dismayed, my saints. It's a fun game. We shall overcome. With the Satan. Your nature being righteous, my pleasure and fun is rescuing you and taking you from the wicked. challenge them, stop me from taking you. You can't do it.
Not learned or otherwise acquired.
His wickedness is not learned. He does not acquire wickedness from his surroundings. That kills all that psychology stuff about you are the victim of your surroundings. That you are subject to your environment. Well, see, the wicked man's nature is not acquired. Neither does he learn how to be wicked. It's ingrained, inborn. He's born with this. It's in the seed, the genes, and the chromosome. Goes with the curse. Now I'm the Prince of Peace. And I have the only answer to peace. Chase the wicked out of the way. See, Satan came in the book of Job. Attacked Job's family and killed off Job's family. Attacked Job's wealth. Destroyed and burned his wealth. Took Job from his country and natural surroundings. Took him into a strange land and country where Satan ruled. Then he put curse and sores on Job as the wicked. Then Job gave the answer to the wicked. To the wicked. Job 18.
He shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world.
Praise Yahweh. Chased where? Who are we talking about? In verse 5, it tells you who it is. Read. Verse 5.
When the light of the wicked shall be put out.
Now, Yahweh will put the lights out. They talk about putting your lights out. Oh, no. The wicked lights ought to be put out. That's what? Their life. And in verse 17, you're not even going to have a memory of this devil again. Read.
His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the streets.
You know?
He shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world.
Let's see if he's to have a descendant left on the planet. Read.
He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwelling.
That's kind of completely wicked.
They that come after him shall be astonished at his day, as they that went before were affrighted.
Be astonished at his day of rulership. Because it's going to be no more, Read on.
Surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not Yahweh.
He can't know Yahweh. Why not? By his nature, which is what? Wicked. Such is the destiny for the wicked. Now, your skin may be black, but if it seems evil to serve Yahweh and you choose to serve the wicked devil, guess what your reward is going to be with him? You're going to be chased out too and thrust through. As if 13:15 will also be your joy. Now, the wicked don't believe what I'm saying. My message has no place in them. They can't understand my message. That's John 8:43. They can't understand my message. Because my word is not in them. John 8:43, let's turn.
Why do you not understand my speech? Even because you cannot hear my word.
I told that she devil that yesterday. That's on tape. I mean, you keep asking me these wicked, immoral questions. What's wrong with you? You can't understand my message? I read it. Is that because you can't hear my word? She just flipped and tipped and then changed the subject. See, I was letting her know, I know who you are. You can't hear my message. You don't want to print my message. You don't want to record the scriptures because you can't hear my word. It's against your wicked nature. How about that? Verse 47. John 8:47. Read.
He that is of Yahweh heareth Yahweh's words. Ye therefore hear them not, because ye are not of Yahweh.
Case closed. We are into revealing the devil. I'm busy revealing the son of perdition. Where is that? 2 Thessalonians 2, 3, and 4.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
Praise Yahweh. Now we have seen a falling away. I mean, as small as we are, who could ever think about a falling away? That is hilarious. I've been waiting for us to get to be, hundreds of thousands, and then I can see thousands fall away. But for just, a few hundred of us here, and then see people falling away, I didn't consider that too much. Let's read again. So there's going to be, that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. And what happened? That man of sin, who is and what is his job? What does he want to do in the next verse?
Who opposes and exalteth himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of Yahweh, showing himself that he is God.
He wants to show himself as being God. But he is in fact who? And what kind of man? He's a man of sin. He's a natural born lawbreaker. But what's going to happen to him? He must be what? Revealed. Nobody's revealing him but me. What a job. And revealing Satan causes a whole lot of people to fall away. Because my war is against the spirit of principalities. Ephesians 6:16. Let's look at my kind of war. They're not ready for my kind of battle. They wish that I would fight them their way. All you need is the whole armor of Yahweh ben Yahweh. So let's start at verse 10. Read verse 10.
Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord Yahweh, and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
I'm revealing this devil. You have to have the whole armor of Yahweh ben Yahweh. to be able to stand against the wiles. What's that reference mean there? In the Bible, what's that reference? Cunning devices. Cunning devices. Where does cunning take place? In the mind. He has cunning mental traps for you. Your battle with Satan, don't you see here, it's a mind thing? You need my power and my might and my armor.
Armor, a covering worn to protect the body in battle. Armor, a defensive covering for the body, a protective outer layer, a covering used in combat. Armor, covering, protection, shield, buckler, armor, helmet, breastplate, backplate, armor, defense, safeguard, guard, armor, bulwark, rampart, wall, shelter, armor, safety and protection, armor.
What is the whole armor of Yahweh? Moral behavior. Righteousness is a part of moral behavior. You need all of moral behavior in your heart, in your mind, in your soul to be able to stand. Ladies, you can't have part armor. You can't have a crack in your armor. You can't have a hole in your armor, because Satan, the devil, is lurking to come into your hole or your crack in your mind and get you.